I think what's happening at the moment is significant tenants have shown that building quality and creating the right environment for employees is perhaps more important than just locational considerations. Giorgio Armani and Burberry moving to Victoria, which was previously an area dominated by the government and the energy sector, is perhaps a good example. Some but not all companies have moved from more core locations to reduce property overheads. This is perhaps proven by lawyers Boodle Hatfield moving from Mayfair to 240 Blackfriars Road in SE1 south of the river. Davenport Lions, also previously a Mayfair tenant, moved to Covent Garden, which is not a location normally associated with lawyers. Location is, of course, still quite important. Coca-Cola moved from Hammersmith to Marylebone, which is very much a locational choice, but it does show that tenants are now very footloose and are prepared to be pioneering when considering alternative locations not previously associated with their particular sectors. We're going to hear from Charles Watson at Karmarama about their relocation to 30,000 square foot on a single floor in Farringdon, which we orchestrated. Originally based in Olympia, Karmarama had no boundaries, and the search area was virtually 360 degrees around the Circle Line corridor, which offered many diverse options. Rather than specifically choosing areas with extensive or established local communities, they wanted to create the right environment for their valued employees that would keep them in their building, interacting with each other rather than feeling they needed to get out of the place. I think really the great part about the Karmarama space is that they really wanted to bring clients right into the centre of their business, which operates around them, rather than being sort of segregated or cocooned within a traditional client-facing area.
We had a very difficult brief because we were merging 4 different businesses from 4 different offices around the UK, not just in London. And our brief was very, very straightforward. We had to get these businesses onto one big floor in one single entity somewhere in this part of town. BDG Sparks-Porter did an excellent job. Well, first of all, we needed a lot of advice on actually extracting ourselves from the various places we were leaving, which was involved, the winding up of, legacy leases. And whilst all this was going on, we had to find, obviously, this new space. And so, we had a comprehensive search of all areas of London. We did big analyses of where all our staff lived to try and find the right part of town which was, try to be as convenient for everybody to move to. But most importantly, they were able to present us with a short list of 4 or 5, properties which would work for what we needed. And inevitably there was one that stood out beyond all others, which was this one. Farringdon was a real aspirational location for us. We weren't quite sure we would find anywhere suitable, so we were absolutely delighted when they actually found this lease here. We divide the office into different sort of segments. The front end is very much client space, so it's maximum open areas, really interesting and different meeting rooms. We then have a big area where most of the agency is based. Basically, people have small personal space, but maximum areas for collaboration and meetings. So lots of small meeting rooms, big round tables in the middle of the floor. The idea is to get people to work together and cooperate. And then at the far end of the building, it's a big production hub. So there we make things. We have a studio, a design studio. We have 12 edit suites for all our filmmaking. It works brilliantly, and if we're taking clients through the building, we can actually take them on the journey of their work, starting with where it will be conceived by our planners through to our creative space, and then right the way down to where it's actually then made in production. Our staff love it here. It's a wonderful environment. It's great for location for where a lot of them will live, but also for clients. It's also, the most importantly, they love it more than anything. We can't get rid of them. They're here the whole time.